Good morning, everybody. Hi. So our little spiel here this morning is to talk about really how to work with your rep. And so I'm the rep in Dallas, Texas, and these lovely people right here, Mark and Tricia Ratley, are from Shreveport, Louisiana, my home state. So I'm from Louisiana, but kind of claim Texas too. So anyway, I met this lovely couple about 2 years ago. Actually in San Antonio. They came to hear you speak down at Max Lucado's church. And at that time, they were child ambassadors sponsoring 150 kids, actually over 150 kids. And they wanted to know more about World Vision. And so that's where I came into the picture. And so today we're just going to really talk about how that took place. And we're going to break it up into 3 parts: communication, interest, and goal setting, and then follow-up. But I really want them to do the majority of the talking because I'm kind of boring. They're more fun. So communication. How would you say that we communicate with one another?
Well, in a lot of different ways we communicate, but I think the basis of what our communication is that we pray together. And from the beginning of our relationship, we would pray, and it started about what God's will was for our life, but it quickly changed to our families. Brandy would pray for us, we'd pray for her and her family. And so prayer was the basis of our relationship. So other than that, I mean, I can continue on about communication. Tricia, would like to talk about that?
Well, I did want to add one thing that Brandy did do. We had interests. We started out as child sponsors, and we were able to communicate with her how we would like to get more involved with World Vision. So she was able to invite us to the Water Summit and to other events that were going on, and connected us in ways that we shared with our heart and prayers and our dreams that we had, and where, we felt like the Lord was leading us.
And I have to say, I just had a baby. Most of y'all don't know that, but about 4 months ago, and I think a large part of that is to them. Mark anointed me with oil down in San Antonio, and prayed with me on our trip to Malawi, and went through a miscarriage with them, and now we have a little boy. So,
What kind of boy?
a big boy, actually, a very big boy. And so, of course, there's your, typical emailing and phone call and getting together face to face. And as their rep, I look for opportunities to always bring them closer to us, inviting them to meet people from the field that are in town, or maybe they're not in town. And so I'm always inviting them to go. And Mark and Tricia love to come and do pretty much, as Mark said, anything I ask them to. So anyway, we've had a really good time doing that. And so I guess moving on to interest and goal setting, I'll get us started. But, initially we didn't have goal setting because we were just getting to know each other. And so really it kind of spun from their interest. I knew that Mark and Tricia are in the oil business, and there is an interest in drilling and wash. And from there we went to the Wash Summit. You want to speak about that?
Well, that was really neat because we got to meet with other people that had the same interest in water, and that it wasn't just this overwhelmingly big picture, that there was a plan. I'm not very good at planning. I just want to go do. But we were able to meet people that had a plan and they would go do. They didn't just talk about it. They did it. And so that just stirred me up. And so I left the summit very excited about the WASH campaign. That's how we started off on that. I know we're getting hammed up a lot about these vests, but it's a good thing. So that's what that is.
Dad? Okay. And another thing, too, is dreaming big, inviting them to dream. What do you want to see happen? And then giving them ideas of how we are dreaming big and coming to join us on that dream. And which is really the For Every Child campaign, and they initially got to see that when we did our Water Summit. And, I think we talked about, all 3 of us kind of put our little agenda together here, and we talked about other ways of getting involved, and really the joy of bringing other people in, such as Mary and Don Mullen. They weren't able to join us today, but they're also on the NLC, and Mark and Tricia was able to do dinner with them.
So that was really neat. Brandy asked us to maybe connect with the Morelands. He has a pump company. I buy pumps. I'm in the oil and gas equipment business and other businesses. And so, sure. I mean, go have dinner in Dallas at a nice restaurant. That was fun. And so we made a connection there. And then we followed up with that. We went and had some little mini meetings at their house. It kind of centers around food. And it's always good, and they're so gracious, and so it was more than just, how are you doing? I mean, it's coming to our home, coming to our kitchen. It was a relationship began. Took a vision trip, and Don and Mary, they're just loving people, and decided to go to Africa. And Don came up with the idea, well, let's go to Buenos Aires and turn left. So we got to go to Buenos Aires for a couple of 3 days and hang out with them and kind of connect with them on a deeper level. So, I mean, we're having a lot of fun. We're eating, we're traveling. Interacting with people. But really it's, we're just letting the Spirit of God just, be the catalyst or the bond to, whatever your will is. Okay? We're willing. We don't know what we're doing, but we're willing, and we're finding like-minded people that are willing. And Brandy's helping us connect with other people.
Yeah.
Well, and I wanted to add to what he said. You feel so out there, and you don't know. I mean, there's other NLC members, but you don't know how to get connected with them. So that's where your rep can come in. You can call her and say, we want to get together. We don't want to wait until the conference every year. We want to do something outside of that. So that's where our reps came in. And, John's from Colorado, and, we're from Shreveport. So we kind of centrally met in Dallas for the people that could come and meet and start doing things. And so that's where the vests came in. Mark and Jennifer have a Harley dealership, and they have a ride every year. So we all connect. We get to know each other. We know what our gifts and our strengths are. And, you don't know what you can do until you get together and start talking about those things. Oh, we can do this to raise money or to bring people in to introduce them to World Vision. And so it was just really a neat thing to watch how the Lord opened that once we met and finally just did something.
And to watch that group grow is just really awesome, because everyone kind of takes their own individual talents, and everybody has something to bring to the table, and you don't feel like you're such an island. You come together and you become this smaller group, so to speak, and then they're actually accomplishing great things. They've set new goals with their group, and they're not by themselves. So, for instance, Mark and Tricia really dive deep into some of the technical pieces of drilling. Mark and Jennifer are amazing at marketing, if you can't tell what we're wearing. Don and Mary Mullen are awesome at hospitality and really helping us with also drill rigs as well. And then John Troll is wonderful at presentations and really kind of spreading the word and helping us lead some of these meetings that we're hosting. So this group has been amazing, and I encourage other people to do the same thing in different parts of the country, because you can really get some traction that way. And you're not by yourself. And then just follow up. Again, just emailing and speaking on the phone and trying to see each other as often as we can. Shreveport's 3 hours away from Dallas. They're coming over to Dallas quite often to come and visit with all the rest of us. So just really following up with one another, making sure that we understand each other's goals and interests, and that we're committing to the same things. So, and then Mark has a story. We were talking about this, and we were like, you know what? We need to add forgiveness in here too. And I'm like, okay. I'm not sure what we're going to be asking forgiveness for, but there's a fun story that we had when we traveled to Malawi together, and I'd love for him to share it.
Okay, well, I'll try and be brief about this. We climbed up this pseudo mountain, this really high hill, and we were looking at a capture system where water was coming out of the mountains, and and there was this PVC pipe, and we had the opportunity, World Vision had the opportunity to rehabilitate the PVC and bring it to the people. And so, I'm thinking, what can I do to help? What I can do to help? Not really to reinvent the wheel. I just went there to investigate. But I'm ready to reinvent the wheel or whatever besides just give money. And so, I've kind of got this, this thought and process in my mind. I got to find a better way to do this. And so we get up there, and beautiful area, water's just gushing out. It's just like an artesian water coming out of the mountain. And so, we're just kind of taking a break, and it's cool. It was hot on the way up there. It was kind of cool around the water. So I climb over this piece of PVC pipe, it's a 4-inch piece of pipe, and I slip. And I'm going head first, and I just about go head first, and everybody's just gasp. And, because I guess they're afraid I'm going to break my neck or something, and luckily I didn't. I guess an angel caught me right before I crashed, but I broke the pipe. So you got this, this American going to come over here and just reinvent the wheel, and you probably got these women down there trying to wash clothes, and all of a sudden the water gets turned off because somebody was going to fix the problem, But anyway, they all, they were contained their laughing until they realized that I wasn't hurt, and then so I had to ask for forgiveness. So that's the forgiveness story for messing up the water.
I think it was fixed, though. Thanks to y'all. It's been fixed. And then some.
We fixed it before we left.
So yes, ask for forgiveness. That's part of our story. And really, we just wanted to offer if anyone has questions about putting a group together in your own area. I mean, we're kind of regionally located, but if you have other people in your area, or maybe you meet people here and you want to know ways to do that, come and talk to us. We're happy to help. So, are we out of time? Next. Oh, we got 2 minutes left. So.
Do you want to let them have our how to connect with us if they
Sure.
connect with us? So
Do you want to give them your information?
I can. I'll let Tricia do that.
Okay.
However you want.
Well, we can always connect on the city, and I know that's going to be talked about later, but I'll just go ahead and put that out. We're on the city, so if you want to connect, you can talk to us through that. And maybe we'll just leave it on a minute ahead of schedule, so if someone takes up another minute, then we'll be on time. Great.
All right. Great. Thanks.